You are just joining us. Parts of San Diego are under an evacuation warning today.
That is because another major storm is taking aim at Southern California right now. San Diego Police Chief David Nisleit is joining us. Good morning, and thank you for stopping by to talk to us.
Thanks for having me.
Everybody plays a role in preparing for weather like this.
Yes.
So what is the police doing?
We really are. The police is out there, paying attention, going out to the areas like South Crescent, Canto, Mountain View, Rolando, making certain that those places that previously flooded are clear, talking to people, making certain people understand the evacuation warning, making certain, telling people have a plan. Gather your belongings, know the route that you're going to leave if you need to leave. But I also want to make certain that people understand if this moves from an evacuation warning to an order, I need you to move quickly. I want you to stay off the road, be safe. But if we ask you to move, we need you to move.
I'm glad you brought that up, because this morning at 4:57, I got a loud alarm on my phone that startled me at one point, because I'm thinking, did something happen? But it was just a preparation of that there will be flooding and be prepared to evacuate. So why is that communication so important?
It really is advising people. Everybody's paying attention to the weather models and what we're forecasting and where we're forecasting it. And we've seen flooding. I mean, we had back on January 22nd, and it impacted a lot of people's lives, and we're very lucky that nobody lost their lives. So now we're making certain that people understand we have another storm coming, and there's parts of this storm that could be very extreme, could lead to flooding. And so we want people to be prepared. But if you don't need to be on the streets, we're going to ask you to stay off the streets.
Got to tell you, watching this video, it does seem hard to believe still that was San Diego just a couple of weeks ago. Unbelievable. You talked about January 22nd, the types of calls your officers had to answer. They really ran the gamut in terms of what kind of calls they were. How do you guys prioritize in a case like that where everything is happening in that moment, 3 inches of rain in 3 hours? How do you guys get to prioritize which calls and then working with the fire department and other agencies?
Yeah, there's great collaboration amongst public safety in the city of San Diego. Police, fire, lifeguards do a lot of great work. But as far as the prioritization, it really is about emergencies. And when you start seeing flooding, you're talking about possible loss of life. And so our officers, you see officers on our videos up to their waist, clearing people from cars, from homes. That's how we were prioritizing, making certain that true emergencies, if someone's stuck in a house or a car, that either law enforcement or our firefighters, lifeguards were getting to those people and affecting those rescues.
You talk about the loss of life and really the damage that we saw it cause. But Chief, every time this happens, there's always that video that comes in of the paddle boarders and the people that go into the water, making light of this situation. So as this rain, because I talked to Heather on her way out today, and though parts of the county you might be waking up right now and not seeing the rain, she said the brunt of it is coming, and it's going to be, and I talked to Chrissy too, tonight. So what is your message to San Diegans as we're getting ready for this water to pretty much dump on us a little later today?
Yeah, pay attention. The warning is real. We do know the weather is coming again for tonight, so be prepared. Pack some goods if you need to. If you're in those areas that have flooded, in the low-lying areas that have been impacted in the past, be aware and have a plan and know the route that you're going to leave. And if you can leave those areas already, please do. And then if you don't need to be on the streets again, please stay off the streets so public safety can do their job.
You feel comfortable enough in the preparation in advance of this rain for your department and everybody else to kind of handle it? Even though we're San Diego, we're not used to this. Do you feel like we're ready for what may come?
I tell you, the city's, all hands on deck. We have our emergency operations center. We had an incident management team. We have the departments opening up their DOC, both police and fire. So we're very prepared. We've been planning a lot. And now we just have to see what happens, and then we'll act accordingly.
Okay, now we'll just sit and hopefully everybody kind of takes caution and is careful today. Before we let you go, I wanted to talk about the fundraiser for last week for Sergeant Anthony Elliott at Chicken Charlie. I saw all the pictures on social media. What a great turnout to help the family in need, obviously. What words do you have for the folks who came out at Chicken Charlie's to help out?
Yeah, first I want to say to the owner of Chicken Charlie's, because there's really...
We love Charlie.
We love Charlie.
Just phenomenal business and just a heart of gold. And this, really his idea, and working with the Police Officer Association. And then everybody that came out both during lunch and dinner, just thank you. Sergeant Anthony
was
Elliott
special.
is just doing amazing. Him and his family are strong, and he's getting better each and every day. And it's just, I just can't thank people enough for their willingness to come out and support Anthony Elliott.
Yeah, and lastly, also in Rancho Bernardo, the arrest of the young man
Yes.
and his father. I mean, this was a potentially devastating crisis that we could have had in our hands. But people reported it, and this is what you guys talk about all
Yes.
the time. If you see something that just
Got to
seems
say
out of
something.
place, that process actually worked. And then you found these ghost guns, which you talk also a lot about. Give us your thoughts on how that all played out.
Yeah, I really want to give praise to the students that heard about this, saw this, and then notified their school administrators, who then notified us. And the system works. We have a very robust system in addressing threats, especially school threats. And you saw our system go through, along with the LECC, which is our Law Enforcement Coordination Center, our federal partners, our Ghost Gun team, our Criminal Intelligence Unit, all working together to make certain that we were stopping that threat. We arrested both the juvenile and his father and confiscated a lot of weapons and some very, very concerning different types of flares and grenades and different things like that are very concerning. And I'm glad we got that all off the streets, and now we'll just wait for prosecution.
You find that kind of stuff at the house combined with the messages that the young man
Yeah.
was posting, and it's disturbing.
It's very disturbing, but very happy with the way we responded.
Chief David Nislett, as always, we thank you for your time. We know
Thank
you're a very
you.
busy man. Please stay
Yes.
safe out there today.
Thank you. Appreciate
Thank
it.
you.
Thank you so much.